The advice and opinions expressed by Dr. 𝗟𝗓𝗧 and her guests are meant solely as suggestion and should not be in any way construed as child-specific advice.
Dr. Doreen 𝗟𝗓𝗧'𝗦 is
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen 𝗟𝗓𝗧'𝗦.
Dr. 𝗟𝗓𝗧'𝗦.
Dr. Doreen 𝗟𝗓𝗧'𝗦.
Dr. Doreen 𝗟𝗓𝗧'𝗦 is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen. They want to know how to deal, and it says bulleting, but I'm guessing that that's a typo and that it's bullying by others for autistic teens like their son. So how do we deal with bullying with teenagers on the spectrum?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for writing that in. I guess I would focus on two things. One is I always say focus on two things and then I'll give you 10 ideas, but I would, that's me not being able to inhibit my thoughts in a pattern. So I'm just thinking that you want to find out what is not causing, but what is it that they're bullying him over? So sometimes kids get bullied. I mean, if he has autism, it's possible that he's just getting bullied because of his autistic traits. If there, and I will talk to you about that in a minute, but if there's specific things, like let's say he's bad at sports, he interrupts the teacher, he doesn't know how to stand in line. If there are specific things where the skill can be taught, work on teaching the skill so that the kids can't make fun of him for not having that skill. So first of all, just work on that aspect. But the more important thing is, I first saw this many years ago at a school district in Maricopa County in Arizona, where parents, a group of moms, had come together and formed a group, and they had started with their own school, and then I think they had spread to all different schools in that district, and then I think they went even further. But what they were doing was they would go to classrooms and do an instructional type of thing about autism. And I think you start there. I think it's very, very, very important to educate other children, teens, any age actually, educate other children about autism. And when you're educating children about autism, I think it becomes very important to the training that is provided to them shouldn't just be, this is autism. These are the things that define autism. I think it's important for kids to have two other kind of aspects of what autism is. One is they should learn about the cool parts of autism. So they should learn, like there's all these celebrities that have autism as well, or they say they have autism. They should learn about autistic savants that are out there, kids who have very special skills. Just because amongst the child and teen population, those types of things are very cool, right? So the other kids will realize that your child is in a classification of individuals that are cool and have these great things going for them. They think differently and they have brilliant minds and all that sort of stuff. So I think it's important to educate the child, explain to them how autism affects your brain and how individuals with autism think differently, how they see the world differently, and then give some examples of some of the cool stories that are out there. Like the people who have visual memory that is astounding, or lots of those types of stories that will help the teens understand what this is about. Then the other aspect of it, I think, is to make sure that whoever is training the classroom, the peers, really helps them develop empathy. I think it's very important. It's one of the things that we don't do enough of. Our teenagers, even younger also, like kids don't learn about being empathetic and sympathetic towards others. I mean, they might not have the diagnosis of autism, but they all will have some aspects of social anxiety. So going to them and saying, like, how do you feel when you come to, and like somebody laughs at you, or you're not good at something and someone makes fun of you for it, and give those examples and let them really feel what it is that they're doing to the other person. I think that helps. Obviously, there's always going to be kids that just don't learn, don't care, and that's probably because their upbringing and the way they're treated is with bullying, so they don't know any better. But those are some things that you can start with. And then, of course, get the school involved, right? Because you don't want your child receiving that kind of treatment.
Yeah. One of the things that I've seen be the most effective is the schools that have the buddy programs, that as a result of that kind of training that you're talking about, that they have a buddy bench, where if they go sit on the buddy bench, then children that tells other children that they would like a buddy, or programs where they set aside children can volunteer to be a buddy. And because, I mean, we all know this, that it's harder to bully somebody when you're traveling in a pack. So if they have friends and if people are accepting them, it makes them a little bit more bully proof. So I love all of that, but I think the friend thing is also a big deal, and that helping our children to make friends works on so many different levels, but also helps with the bullying.
Don't forget, you can watch Ask Dr. Doreen live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We hope to see you there.